Alright, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gulpain back again. Just with a quick Suikoden tier maker here. So I'm going to go for the mainline Suikoden games. I think they're all roughly here. Well, I don't know what the last one is there. So I've got every Suikoden game and I don't know what the last one is there. But maybe I'll remember it in a few minutes. But let's rank these now, and hopefully my ranking is similar to your ranking. So let me know in the comment section below what your favourite Suikoden game is, or where you would rank some of these games. Right, so let's get on with the ranking. So first up is Suikoden 1. There is only one place for Suikoden 1 because it's one of my favourite games ever. It's one of the best RPGs, probably the best RPG I've ever played. I could go back and literally start Suikoden 1 right now and go to the castle and name the castle, the tour castle, name it, whatever, and then go around and get all the 108 stars of Destiny. And then go up and level all the characters up to as much as you can, get them all the really good weapons, get as much money as you can. It's just such an excellent game. I wish there was more to it. I wish there was more like sub-quests and like side quests and different stuff to do, but such an excellent game. The music in it is just phenomenal. Suikoden 2 is excellent as well, although a lot of people have Suikoden 2 as their favourite RPG ever. I wouldn't have it as my favourite of the Suikoden series, but it still is excellent. I probably need to go back and play it. I did play it a few years ago, but not as recent. I normally play Suikoden, I think I've played that completed 3 times in the last few years, so I can speak better of that. Suikoden 3 I didn't really like at all. I started it, it never actually came out in Europe, so it never actually came out when I was younger, and I was playing Suikoden and I loved it. Suikoden 3 never came out in Europe. I remember seeing screenshots of it where there was guys on horseback and all that, but it never came out, and then I just kind of forgot about it. Suikoden 4 then, I would also have that as an A. It's a lot of people's least favourite Suikoden game, or Suikoden, or Suikoden, however you pronounce it. It's a lot of people's least favourite Suikoden game, but I absolutely love it. I love the ships, and I love going around to each of the different islands and all that, and collecting all the characters, and getting Ted and all the characters from the tactics game as well. It's just absolutely excellent. A lot of people don't like it because the story's a bit light on story, but also the encounter rate is gigantic compared to other games. This is Suikoden card stories. I'm not really a big fan of card games or the card story games for the Game Boy Advance. I have it, but it's a Japanese version. I haven't played it in English yet, so I can't really speak of that much. Then the graphic novels then of Suikoden 2, there's 2 of them. I have them as well. They're okay. They're just basically graphic things, so they're not absolutely fantastic. They're not really games. If you compare them to Suikoden 1, there's no comparison whatsoever. Suikoden Tactics as well is excellent. It's different than the other games because it's a tactics RPG, so you're basically collecting. It's in the same universe as Suikoden 4, so a lot of the characters from Suikoden 4 are in Suikoden Tactics as well. I think Lina Welkula's Snow is in it. A lot of the characters Suikoden 4, so there is that nostalgic value from Suikoden 4 as well. Not Wolf Web of Century. Suikoden Tyrkus is okay. It's probably the weakest of the main sort of Suikoden RPGs. It's on the DS. It is good, but the characters are really small and deformed, and they don't look right in comparison to the characters in the other mainline entries. Plus, all the characters are very, very similar. There's only a small bit of difference between the characters, so it is still a good game. I would definitely play it again. Suikoden 5 is fantastic as well. It's excellent, really, really good game. It's been a while since I played it. I played it when it first came out, the mid 2000s and all that, and played it to death. So that's probably one I need to go back to, because I've really played Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 4. I've really played the most because I've enjoyed them the most. So I need to go back to Suikoden 2 and also to Suikoden 5 as well. Wolf Web of Century I've played recently. It's okay. The camera is so wonky, although I have a copy of it myself, but it's Japanese, so I can't read it. So I tried to get a bit into the game, but I couldn't get that far without because obviously in RPGs you need to read the English version. But I couldn't get that far. But it is a good game. The battles are similar to the original Suikoden games. It's just in 3D, so it's more like Suikoden 5, but it's not as good as Suikoden 5, to be honest, because the camera flies around the place. And I don't know what this one is at the bottom. I'll have to check out and see what that is actually, but I'm not 100% sure what that is. Maybe it's it could be one of the novels or something. I'm not sure. I do have all of the Suikoden 3 novels as well, the graphic novels, so I'm getting through them. So that's my Suikoden tier list there. So let me know if you agree or disagree, or what do you think. Do you have your own Suikoden tier list? I'd love to hear about it. So leave your comment in the comment section below on which Suikoden game is your favourite, or if you've never heard of Suikoden, then go out of your way to play it. It's absolutely fantastic. So thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.